Hello and welcome back to Too Many Minis. My name is Ossie. I am getting into Aeronautica Imperialis. I painted up a Thunderhawk in the Emperor's Children colours and I was really into it. It was a really fun kit to paint up. Look, it's got wiggly wings that you can do the wings down. Cool. I've signed up to play in an event this weekend, this Sunday, and I haven't learned the rules, and I haven't painted an army, a force, a wing, whatever you call them. I've got here 5 Z4 interceptors that I've started base painting and shading, and I've got one special one that I converted to be like a super special dude. You can kind of have character ones. There he is, hanging out on the back of this trusty palette knife. So I needed to get the rules, get all that stuff, and Games Workshop don't currently make a starter box for it. Weird. Very unlike them. So I picked up Skies of Fire from Troll Trader, still sealed. I think it's the first box they did. Got it for a good price. I'm going to have a look inside it. It's a bit old now, obviously. Why would you do an unboxing of an old thing? Because I just got it, so, you know, I'm into it. And since there isn't a current box for it, this is the way to do it, I think. You can get the rules in the Companion, I think it's called. The Aeronautica Imperialis Companion. But then that's just a book, but you don't get the tokens and stuff. And I was just like, look, I like a starter box. I like that kind of thing. No box fart, as is often the way with Games Workshop. Ooh, look, bubble wrap. You get a bunch of the cool bases that track altitude and speed, the little dials and stuff. You got a whole bunch of them. You've got the trademark crappy black and white dice. And now what have we got here? We got Tau Barracudas. Look at all the weapon stuff. I guess there's different weapon options for these. I didn't really have that with the marine ones I built so far, but lots of fiddly little bits. They're fun kits to put together. They're more like putting together like an airfix kit, you know, an airplane kit, than they are a kind of space marine or, you know, Rider of Rohan. And they're got some really small fiddly bits by Games Workshop standards, but I'm really into them. They go together really nicely. You know, they're very modern, computer sculpted kits. So you get one of them. And one of these bigger ones, I can't remember which is which. It's one a Manta, one's a Barracuda. I'll check. So you basically got 3 of these and one of these, no, 2 of these big ones. It's quite a lot. And then here's the Imperial stuff. You get like Valkyries and what are those other things called? Super detailed little kits. And everything split off into parts so that you put it together and there's no mold lines and, you know, no join lines. It's very neat and clever. The little struts that they sit on. A special piece of card. It tells you what you got. Imperial Navy, Lightning Strike Fighter, and the Valkyries. So those are what's in the box. And then Barracudas and Tiger Sharks. Tiger Sharks. It's the Manta, the massive one. Assembly. Rulebook. And tokens. I think the tokens is an important bit of the game. Starter scenarios. Some pretty basic scenario rules. Looks good. And you get a playmat. It's a flexible kind of, you know, not that fancy playmat. And I think it's the full size. You can get the full size ones that you buy separately, cardboard folded mats. I'll probably pick one up at some point. And you get a nice transfer sheet with Imperial stuff going on there. Imperial Navy. Is it Imperial Navy or Imperial Guard? And some cool Tau markings. This is a cool transfer sheet. It's better than the Marine one, which isn't terribly exciting. I just get a lot of Marine transfers normally. Tokens. Yeah. I let the kids punch the tokens out. They love that. That's their fun. Movement diagrams. Those little quick reference sheets. Love it when a game comes with quick reference sheets. And it's actually quite a nice rule book. It's only, you know, it's only a stapled thing, but it's card covers, full color. Nice stuff. I'm looking forward to learning the game in time for next Sunday or Saturday when I've got to play a bunch of it. I will keep the Tau. I like the Tau models. There's rumors that Epic 40k is going to come back at some point this year, later this year. If that happens and they do Tau, I can imagine picking Tau for that. I like the idea of Tau now in Epic because you could have all those giant suits and, you know, cool ships they have and vehicles. I like their vehicle range, whereas some 40k factions, I don't really like their vehicle range. Tau is one I do, so I would hang on to them for that. I might do them as I might build them up for Aeronautica Imperialis as well as my Marines. Try something different. Have something to play against the Marines if I want to play a game with somebody else. I really like the rumours drones that Forge World do. They're super cool. So I can see myself doing the Tau. The Imperial stuff, Imperial Navy, Imperial Guard models, I might, maybe my friend Simon wants to paint them up and do a thing with them because he's quite into that sort of thing. That would be cool, so I might pass them off. I like the Orc range. The Orc ships are awesome, but I feel like I'm doing Orcs or Grots at least, Gretchens for 40k, sort of. That's the plan with my Grot tanks, and might do the airplanes for that as well. So maybe I won't do them for AI. But if this epic rumor comes true, that's going to be kind of interesting. It's a larger scale than it was, 6mm. It used to be a bit too small in my book. I mean, tiny. 8mm, the bigger scale that AI and Adeptus Titanicus are at, is more appealing. It's not clear if they're going to support Aeronautica more, or even Titanicus. If they're done with them, they're not adding more factions, they're not adding more ships. That's a shame, but then it's a game that is relatively self-contained, and I like that. So I don't mind getting into a game that might not get more support. But it also may be that they're running them into Epic, and that those models they'll get rules in Epic and will be relevant for that. And I can see that kind of makes sense. You start, they've kind of done a stealth incremental Epic in that way, that they've got a certain range already available of models, plastic kits, and they can then expand that with infantry and vehicles, land-based vehicles. I can see the logic in that for their perspective. But I'm excited to learn the game. I used to play X-Wing miniatures game. This is different on a hex grid rather than with all the clunky measuring tools, measuring rulers that you had to have so many of. It looks relatively simple. To be a fun thing to play down the club. I'm into it. So hopefully this time next week I've actually played the game, and I'll probably finish my ships. I'll do another video if I finish that wing of Emperor's Children, because I like painting purple. Let me know if you played the game, if you like it, and what you think about the possible idea of Epic coming back, because I'm interested in it. The rumors are not very conclusive. Some of the rumors are that it's going to be a Horus Heresy theme for Epic. That to me would be a shame, because you're missing out on all those cool Xenos races. Like I said, I'd love to do Tau, big mech suits, and not have to worry about doing loads of infantry and stuff. I think that'd be cool at that scale. Orcs are super cool at that scale. And there's some things we've never seen at that scale, I think. Did they do Necrons in Epic 40k in the end? It's after my time, before I came back. Do subscribe. I'm trying to get my subscribers up to 1,000. I'm going to do a giveaway when I do. So please do that. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Bye.